All right. What's going on, everybody? My name is Jason Williams. I am going to be your host for the presentation today. I'm also the founder of the Global Investment Group. I wanted to ask you to take a moment, pause this video if you need to. Please read this disclaimer, and then let's dive into today's training, as this quick video training is going to explain to you what GIG can do for you. So, now let's talk about all the different kind of cryptos. You got Ethereum, blockchain, Bitcoin, all this different stuff to invest in. But here's the major thing to take away from it all. There's 714, not thousand, not hundreds, 714 million. All right. The growth rate in 2025 at the time of this recording is just a little bit over 0.9%, or essentially 1%. For the global population of users. So that's really important to know, because when we talk about monthly index and why you should be utilizing a company like GIG, you need to know that the price index for our market skyrocket increase. Our volume index of use and transactions skyrocket increase. Our volatility decrease. That's what you want to see. So let's talk about GIG and how we maneuver and position everything. We have a banking system that's built inside of our program. When you become a member, you're able to become part of our extended family with private placement programs. And these are smart contracts. So let's take a look at the next slide, because the next slide will kind of break it down. Smart contracts can't be manipulated. They can't be fraudulently changed. Once they're created, they're created. It's kind of like a code in a pop machine, right? You put a price, you put the product in a machine. Once you hit the certain price point or the right amount of money, the machine will read it, register it, and then it allows it to be dispensed. Well, the same thing with the bank. When the bank has our smart contracts that we create for you, once the value is reached on that smart contract in that time frame, or on the time frame date, it will then automatically close out and pay out. It is covered by insurance also, by the way. And, look at this slide. Look at the money that the bank is making, the slide of our insurance and what they're making off of this. So it benefits everybody. It's a win-win scenario. And to be 100% honest, you really can't beat it. All right. So what essentially is happening is, we create the private placement accounts. We have a processing fee depending on the account you go into. Once you pay that processing fee, that's it. The bank, because we're already accredited with them, will cover the investment on that certificate or that smart contract. Once the bank covers it, essentially, the bank will have it insured just in case the bank defaults of any kind or any way. The insurance for the bank, FDIC, will cover that smart contract value and note. Then the insurance company will pay it out, and or the bank will pay it out on this maturity date to the owner of the smart contract. So let's take a quick second and look at the next thing. But before I do so, I want you guys to really kind of think about that. When you go to a vending machine, you don't think about what's happening in the background. You just put your money in and it disperses. Well, it's doing that on a smart contract for cryptonic currency. Why is that so big? Well, remember, we said the global market is over 700 million, and we've increased in the global market space by almost a whole percent in this physical year. Not only that, but we've dropped in our risk evaluation by 17%. So the volume and the user amount, as well as the gain and return, is going up, 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 and the risk is going down, down, down. This is exactly where you want to be. So let's take a quick moment and look at an active account. Right here, you're going to see that in an overview, we have 26 DeFi accounts that are hybrid accounts. And not only that, but we have numerous ones staked. So we're going to dive in today, and I'm going to show you a back-end window of a few of the accounts that we're managing right now with our smart AI bot trading license. Okay, so This is a stake balance overview. All right. And you're going to remember to see that at the very top of the screen, total stake balance overview. So this is an overview of multiple accounts that this particular client has. So you're going to notice there's going to be some things that are blacked out because we can't show that. But let's dive into what you're seeing here. So you have a total stake balance, or the total value of this trade account is $864,000 that this individual is going to receive after this SmartBot AI license completes. All right. So it's going to go ahead and cover you. We already have the certification and the insurance to cover that trade line with the bank. So the bank will go ahead, have you do your setup fee, and then they're going to initially stake this money for you at a minimum return. Anything over that, they will go ahead and break off a percentage to you. But this is the minimum that you're insured to receive. And it is secured, by the way. So let's look down at the total profit for the stake for that particular time period, which was $689.80. If you take that, multiply it by a 24-month or a 36-month return, that's going to be, what you're looking at. Make sure that you do understand this is compounding interest and it's done daily. So that 689.80 was in one day. So you're going to multiply that by the days. Now, so let's go ahead and look at the next slide. What we're going to do is we're going to review the performance of both of those accounts. And it's going to keep up to 15 days of the most recent profit transactions. And then you have a master log that will show you everything. So this is just a quick breakdown of what's taking place on this particular account line, the 03744. All right. Now you're going to go ahead and see that there's overviews of fees and net profit. So you're going to be able to see exactly where you are in your net profit of fees and your net profit of takeaway, right? What you're going to actually profit. So we're already up 0.04% on this particular account. And this account was created in one day. So this is less than one day on this particular account that we're going to be looking at. And you're already up 0.04%. And the way you know that it's one day is because every account will have its own individual days remaining in cycle for the trade bot to work on your behalf in this platform. And essentially, you're going to see there's 728 days in this particular contract, essentially 24 months. And that is going to be what you multiply your return numbers by. So let's go ahead and dive into the back view. You're going to see in this particular case, again, if you read the last 5 digits of the number, you're going to see 30744. That's going to be your identifier to this particular account. You're going to see in day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. This is what's happening with this particular account line in a 24-month cycle. All right. Now, as you're looking at this, again, account 30744. Again, letting you know that these are the days on this particular account. So we're going to show you one account that was done in one day, and we're going to show you another account that was done over a series of days. All right. Now, regardless if you've traded for 15 days, it's going to give you a 15-day report of what's happening in this account line for this trading value because the bot is the same. So here you can see, again, account 1 and account 2. All right. Account 2 is going to be our 45037. Account 1 is going to be our 30744. All right. So let's go ahead and dive in. Now, looking at account 2, right? We just talked about account 1, but let's look at account 2. All right. Your total fees. This is one that was created, as you can see, on the 2nd. The time of this recording is the 4th. All right. But these screenshots were done on the 2nd. So there's one day. In total fees for this entire process is $151,832.24. And I think that's a fair number. So let's keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the total number or the total value on this particular trade line account is $453,000 in returns at the end of the 24-month period. Okay. So this is although it's a big number, it's a very small number. So essentially 150 of the 453 earned will be paid in insurance, covering all of your fees to ensure your return. Best part about it is your minimum return, all right, is calculated off of this number. So you're going to take that 1210 and you're going to multiply it over the 728 days. That will be your low number. Now, keep in mind, it's going to have compounding interest. So the numbers are only going to get bigger. And then you'll start to understand, wow, so essentially my $100 is paying the fee for the bank. And in return, the bank will then activate this account or trade line. They will secure the money. They will cover my minimum return as well as my maximum return. Why? Because my loan interest secures $30,000 and some change. So that means I can make a guaranteed of up to that number. So you have your low number and then you have your top number. But all this is happening off of $100, right? Or and when you think about it, that is a huge amount of return, period. Now, I always talk about all these numbers and I try to make sure that everybody understands. Don't use the numbers that I'm throwing out there. You go ahead and do your math yourself. You can search on the internet for a compound interest calculator that will show you how to get access to all of these numbers, because all you have to do is just fill in the information. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a general starting point. It's going to be $300, and let's go to the actual calculator now. So let's say you have $300. Our account right now, last quarter, performed at 51%. We'll have the new performance numbers coming out within today, the next 24 hours. But let's use 51%. It's a 12-month, 1-year period. Let's say you did this for 20 years. Now, granted, you don't have to do it for 20 years, but let's just say 20 years. And over the course of that 20 years, every month you put in $50, essentially $100 in total, and you pull out 10% every year. At the end of your 20-year period, okay, you would have an account balance of $9,767,000 plus. All right, that's 9.7 M plus that you're going to have over the course of 20 years. Your total amount earned on this particular trade line, okay, and this is what everybody gets when they join, is 12.8 plus million. Guys, I can't make these numbers up. You see it on the calculator, you're watching on the screen. If you don't believe me, go to the calculator of any choice and then do the same math. All right. You're going to notice that you'll become a millionaire on this particular plan by year 15. And by the time you're a millionaire, you're also going to be drawing down over $1 million on year 20 consecutively if we could stay on this pace using the numbers we used. But not only that, we also have an investment team and an investment program where you're allowed to join in to different investments within our portfolio that we actually have through smart contracts. These contracts are going to allow you to get in aerial aviation. So imagine being able to get in on a ground floor of one of these aerial aviation companies. We have the capability and the opportunity for you to be able to do that. Not only that, but we also have revenue that's generated through marketing and advertisement, which is when we change the skin color to these units. So there's additional contracts within these contracts that you're also able to get only as a GIG member. So with that said, let's turn over the video to our AI, Mr. Vernon.
Hi, my name is Vernon, and today I would like to speak to you about the Global Investment Group, or GIG. In this video, I will cover who we are, what it is that we do, and if you're still interested, how to get started. GIG is a private investment company that leverages AI-based software licenses for our private community of users. Our members are made up of a wide range of users from various business backgrounds. We host free member training, book clubs, and produce financial podcasts for the public. We believe that financial literacy is essential in today's world, especially with AI-based trading becoming more common. Understanding how to interpret market trends and make informed decisions can enhance your financial outlook and trading success. By combining financial knowledge with AI tools, you can optimize your investment strategies effectively and overall gain more value from our services. If you are interested in joining our group, please complete our intake form using the Get Started button below. Once you join, you will receive monthly updates for our public publication. Please note that a team member will contact you. This is not a sales call. It's a review to ensure that we can provide you with adequate service, and hopefully you will see the value that we offer and join. As promised, in under 5 minutes, you've learned about GIG, who we are, what we do, and how to get started. Remember, it's free to join our private group of investors, so make sure to submit our free intake form. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care, and until we speak again.